Welcome dart players one and all. Today on Straight to the Point we're going to be looking at the throwing style of one of the greats, Mervyn King. So the first thing you notice is a nice straight arm at 90 degrees. He has a beautiful twirl of the dart as he comes back to his eye and straight through, following through a lot from the wrist and the fingers. There's quite a flick of the dart with Merv King. And again there you can just see his wrist really extending after the release. So he doesn't actually force his arm all the way through it. A lot of the follow through comes from the fingers and the wrist. There's no hyperextension at all. One unique aspect about Mervyn King's throw is his standing position. He does stand quite far off to the left hand side of the hockey, which is very rare for a right-handed player. It's not as far back as it used to be if you look back at this clip in 1994, where his throw was terrible. He's a completely different player back then. If you just watch how he kind of pushes the dart right through from the elbow, it's very snatchy and glitchy, and there's no extension from the fingers or wrist at all. It's just a push straight through, and it's just nowhere near as nice. Another thing you can notice is his back foot raises a lot and his head moves an awful lot as well as he goes through with the dart. I've just slowed this down a lot so you can see. Keep an eye on that head and that back foot straight after it. And that arm is raised all the way up that elbow as he goes through with the dart to quite an unusual amount. It's very rare you see a player raise their elbow that high when they throw a dart. It's hard to believe in just 9 years from that clip he goes and becomes the Windmill World Masters with one of the best throws in the world. So although people do say he never won a PDC televised event, he did win the BDO World Masters back when the BDO was as good if not better than the PDC at that time. And if we watch an equivalent clip from 2004, so this is 10 years after that clip, the foot does move, but it's not a lot, and the head is dead still as he goes through with the dart. His arm is not lifting up half as much because he's using the fingers and the wrist to go through with the dart correctly. Much smoother and nicer extension as well. And from this angle you can see he just pushes that dart straight out from the eye beautifully. So again, this is a really nice clip of his throw here, and again I've slowed it right the way down. He's just over 90 degrees, swivels the dart back, and pushes out from the fingers, the wrist, and eventually the elbow. Absolutely amazing throw. Now Merv is said to be one of the biggest practices in the game, and it shows if you look at how much his throw has changed over the years. The fundamentals might still be the same, but the real important parts of the technique are just night and day. One of the best throws in the game, that. But that's it for today. Thank you for watching Straight to the Point. Please remember to like and subscribe, and as always, I really hope this helps your game.